Today I'm doing a slightly different watch review. This is the Valachio Avantiam. It's different because this is not a watch that I own. This watch was sent to me by a guy called Jack from Canada, a 19-year-old who set up his own watch company. This is his second watch that he's produced. His first watch, which is this one here, which was a quartz movement, and he put it on Kickstarter. And he got fully funded and produced a watch and sold it. I'll put a link to his website below. I believe the watch is still available. You can buy it. And he sent me an email asking me would I like to review his latest watch, which is this one. This is his first automatic watch. So let me give you some specifications of the watch first. It is 37 millimeters from side to side. It's 43 millimeters from lug to lug. And it is 10.5 in depth. It's got a dome sapphire crystal, but it's not anti-reflective. And it runs the Miyota 90 S5 movement, which is 24 jewel movement, and it's made with 316L stainless steel. One of the outstanding features on the watch, I think, are the lugs. You've got these wire lugs, which is very Nomos type. I think anyone who knows their watches will recognise that the watch takes a lot of cues from the Nomos brand. And Jack is a big fan of the Nomos company. You can see that from the case and the dial as well. Now the sapphire crystal is not anti-reflective, which is a real shame. I wish Jack had put anti-reflective coating on the crystal. I know a lot of people don't put it on, and a lot of people actually don't like anti-reflective coating. Over time it starts to wear away and it gets like small scratches and it looks like the entire crystal is all scratched up. And a lot of people, what they do, a watch which they do have anti-reflective coating, they actually rub it off because they don't like it. I like AR coating because it gives the crystal a much better look to it. The dial just sort of comes out at you because you've got nothing in. It looks like there's nothing in the way, and it looks like there's no crystal at all. This one, you can see it reflects everything. You can see my hand there, and it is very reflective. It is sometimes like a mirror. You can actually see yourself through it. The dial has got these hour markings, but they're not fully hour markings all the way around. So you've got the 12, 2, 4. Which is indicated in numerical numbers, and then you've got the 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. with these circles which match the hands, and above the circles you've got the minute markers, so you've got the 5, 15, 25, etc. I would have preferred if the watch had had hour markers all the way around, but again, this is a very Nomos type dial. The Nomos have also produced a watch which is similar. I know Jack is a big fan of the Nomos brand, but you don't need to be copying absolutely everything. It would have been better if he'd come up with something a little bit different himself in that respect. Now the hands, what can I say? They are not so good. They're great at an angle, but when you see it dead on, they virtually disappear. It would have been better if the hour hands had a small curve to them, or some sort of angle look to them, because then that way when the light hits it, there's always something to reflect back off. But when it's dead on, you can see the hands just disappear, and that's not a good thing. Now, my major bugbear, well, not with just this watch, but with most of brands, micro brands, is the open dial. I absolutely hate open dial watches, and that's not just micro brands, that's major brands as well that do them. Zenith did a lot of them a few years ago, and I just dislike them. I think they just look really tacky and horrible. It puts me off buying a tourbillon. I recently seen a few tourbillons, and I just can't get over the fact that it's got the open case to it, or the open dial I should say. I absolutely hate the open dial, but when I was reading Jack's Kickstarter, the majority of people do actually like the open dial. So My personal preference is I don't like it, but Jack is not selling this watch to me, he's selling it for the masses. So I can understand why he went for the open dial. The other reason I don't like open dials in most watches is you're not really seeing anything special. If you look at this one, you've got a massive lump of steel in the way. You can see the watch ticking, but it's not. If you can see the entire wheel, yeah, maybe, but there's nothing special to see about it. I understand tourbillons why they want to do it, because they've got a really special movement. This is one I saw in Hong Kong, which looks absolutely fantastic. But for me, I really don't like them. And now the other thing that I don't like is the back case. The case itself is really nicely done. The whole watch is being put together really well. I can't really fault the watch in any way, but I again don't like open back cases unless the watch has something really special, a really nice movement. Here you can see some absolutely beautiful movements, and I think well deserving to have an open back case. This one, literally, there's all you can see are just the plates. When you see when I'm rotating it around, you can just see the spring there, but other than that, even the rotor doesn't have anything nice on it. I would have much rather if Jack had just put a solid case and had a nice engraving on the back. Now he has done a good job with the back of the case. I do like these screws, the way it's screwed down. It does look really nice. But again, I'm in the minority. People do like open back cases. They like to see the movement, but if there's nothing special, I don't see the point of having an open back case. The other bad side to the watch is the crown. It's tiny. It's so small. I don't understand why he made this crown so small. To get hold of it, it's really difficult. I mean, I am turning it, but it's very difficult to get hold of. It does have a V for Valachio on the screw on the crown. Why he made it so small, I don't know. I mean, maybe he just wanted to make the watch look as minimal as possible. No, I think that should have been a lot bigger. It would have been much nicer if it was a bigger crown. Just by even a millimeter, that would have been a lot better. And probably have the crown here would have been nicer as well to make it more symmetrical. Here it just doesn't look right. I know dive watches have them here, but for a dress watch or an everyday watch, I think to have the crown here would have been a more suitable position. All they've done is they've just rotated the movement to have it in. There is no date window. If he'd put a date window here instead of having this, I think that would have been a lot better. So that's maybe something he can look at in his next watch, the third one that he produces. That'd be great. Jack is not really a watch enthusiast. I think if he'd reached out to some watch people on some forums and stuff and got some feedback. I've got a friend, Joe, in America, who's producing a diver's watch. Now he's been in production of this diver's watch for almost 2 years, and he's like getting as much information as he possibly can from just about everyone to make the watch as nice and as perfect as possible. So, and he's a watch enthusiast, so he actually gave me his watch and said, right, just criticize the hell out of it, tell me what you think, what's wrong, what's right. And he's getting feedback from everyone, which is, I think, the best way to go. A lot of people they'll just buy watches from China and just put their name on it and then put it on Kickstarter and then cross their fingers that it will sell. And in some cases it does, and in some cases it doesn't. What this will do, I don't know. I wish Jack all the best. He did a great job with his first watch. This one I think he might struggle with, because when you come into the automatic watches, the people are a bit more critical. They're not to the same sort of market you're looking at for quartz watches. So I think a lot of people will be quite critical of this watch. I'm being quite critical, yes, but I did say to Jack, look, if you're going to send me the watch, I'm not going to be all nicey, kissy about it. I will give you my honest opinion. And he did say that's fine. That's what he's looking for. And that's one of the reasons a lot of people like my videos, is because I will give you an honest opinion about the watch that I'm reviewing or what I've owned. I know I've created a lot of hate on my channel because I did a review on the Vostok Commandersky, and a lot of people absolutely hated the fact that I slated the watch, and for good reason, because it was a horrible watch. This one, it's a good watch. It's a nice watch. Would I buy it? Personally, no. If it had the closed case and the closed dial, then it possibly, as an everyday watch, I think it's nice. The watch does come with 20mm lugs, so you can change the strap. Now the watch comes with this strap here, which is a suede strap, which has the Valachio logo and handmade. I believe the straps are actually made in Italy, from what he's told me. You can see it's reflecting everything. The strap options are, you can also have a black crocodile strap. It does come on a deployant buckle. Let me just open up. This one has not really been used. So it's a push pin deployant. These are fine. Personally, I would have preferred just a pin buckle. It would have given the watch a bit more of a classic-y look. On the buckle, you've got the Valachio logo lasered in. Lasered buckles are not the best, because once it starts to scratch, it's just going to scratch all over the Valachio logo, and it's just going to go right over it, and it's going to be completely unrecognizable after a while. Now, I do like this suede strap, but the only downside to it, and as you've probably noticed, there is this brown stain on it. That's just come off while it was sat at the desk. I believe I spilt something on the side and it went on the watch. And I don't know how you clean it. I don't want to ruin the strap. The watch is going to go back to Jack after I finish this review, so I don't want to. Maybe he's got a way of taking this stain off. I'm sorry about that, Jack. But a really nice strap. I do like the strap. It's really soft, really comfortable. But that's something people may want to look at, is that a light tan colored or this this grey color, it's going to stain and it's going to get dirty very, very quickly. Now, majority of time, I haven't used Jack's strap. This was purely, you can see it's not been really used. I've been using other straps on it because it's 20mm lugs. I've used a variety of other straps. Now, if you look at the pictures that I'm posting, it does suit a whole load of straps. By changing the strap, it does give the watch a whole different look and feel to it, and I would recommend anyone to buy a couple of straps. If you're going to buy this watch or any other watch, get some extra straps, and you will change the whole feel to your watch, and it's just like having a new watch every time you change the strap. So I wish Jack all the best with this. I'll put a link to his website. I don't know if he's got Instagram and Facebook and stuff, but I'll look it up and then put it in the description if he does have. And hopefully he'll make a success of this and then go on to another one. Whether or not he'll want me to review his other watch, because I've been a bit critical about this one, I guess we'll wait and see. But again, Jack, good luck, and I wish you all the best.